Welcome back everyone to another video. In today's video, I just want to, just like the title says, kind of go over why 2020 was the most important year of my life. I truthfully think that. I'll probably think that for a long time. And let's kind of just go over it, guys. A little year in review recap for LIFEBrickS as well. Just all in all, let's get into it. If you guys are interested in hearing what I have to say, stay around for about 10 minutes and let's get into it, guys. So, yeah, going into 2020, I expected really nothing different that much. I just got out of getting fired at Target. The YouTube was picking up a little bit. It was picking up a little bit, getting a little bit back in the swing of things. But of course, at that point, I was still dating Olivia, and things were getting pretty wild around that time, involving our relationship, and trying to find a job, and worried about money, and not me, but like in her case. So like of course, going into the relationship, it was not really the best at that time, and yeah. So January and February, nothing really was different. I mean, her and I hit our 2-year, and there we go. Come March then. We broke up for a couple weeks there, and then the whole COVID thing started, and then, like I said, just one of the days was my mom's birthday of this year that Olivia broke up with me then, and then we talked for a few days after that, found out a few things after, those few days, and then pretty much just things 100%, went our separate ways. And she went to go do her own thing. And at the end of the day, I don't agree with some of the stuff she did, how she did it. But I can't really say much on that. Again, I'm not going to be sitting here just talking bad about her in this video. But yeah, so then come that time, I mean, that was pretty much the March 24th was when my life would change. Pretty much kind of forever. As in just, again, not to sound cliche about just like a relationship thing. But truthfully, I mean, a lot of stuff happened then. I mean, that was truthfully probably the biggest thing that happened in my life, up until now. I mean, compared to, again, getting fired from Target, it was sad. I cried for the night. Olivia and I, she made me feel better, and then there we go. Like that was like just kind of a one-night thing. Of course, still feel down about it. I wish it didn't happen, but moving into, getting broken up with then, we dated for 2 years, again, and we were each other's best friend. I mean, at the end of the day, we were, and I gave up a lot to be in that relationship, like willingly though. I devoted a lot of time, made a lot of effort, put a lot of money into it, and pretty much gave it my all, honestly, at the end of the day. So just having that kind of just swept under, my feet at that time, it was a little just weird. I mean, of course, we had little breaks, throughout our relationship, but it was the said done deal. Yeah, she went to go date someone else, and then at that time, I was down. I mean, you guys remember, I mean, I didn't make it too public on YouTube, but I pretty much, I was really down. I mean, I was out driving every night, very, very sad. And again, if it weren't for my mom during those times, again, I'm not a suicidal person. I'm not. I think I've brought this up on the channel before. I've never been that type of person, but at the end of the day, I was very sad. It was the biggest thing that happened to me in my life. It was in just change. I mean, I've never been a good person with change, ever. But then, like I said, moving on to that, my mom was helping me through all of it. Again, I was hanging out with some friends. COVID hit, of course, so it was just a little different there. And again, I'll say this for a while. I mean, I'll probably say this forever. If COVID had to hit a year, in my lifetime, 2020 definitely probably would have been the year to hit it for, since for two things. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not real. I 100% know it's real. I want people to stay safe. If you've lost a loved one due to it, I vouch for you, man. Like, again, like at the end of the day, I'm sorry for anyone that's lost anybody involving this, pandemic. But for myself at least, I feel like it definitely gave me a little bit of, not closure. I'm not really too sure what the what I should be saying here, like wording wise, but just as I was kind of really down about stuff and not really able to do much, and just kind of again sitting at home, kind of just making sure I was staying safe, so I was keeping my mom safe, and of course the rest of my family. That throughout that time, I knew, Olivia wasn't out, in Hawaii or like the Bahamas and stuff like that. I just like not really selfish, but just it gave me a little bit of closure, as in just like, look, I'm sitting around here trying to figure my own stuff out. And no matter who has done anything wrong to me, they were also going through, the same stuff I was going through, as in just not able to do a lot of stuff. So living like that for a little bit, got the Mustang. At that point, like I said, some of my friends that I was already, still friends with, of course, through high school and stuff, we kind of reconnect a little bit, since they're car people now, got into it. Since, again, I gave up a lot of stuff. I mean, I gave up a lot of friendships. I mean, I really cut a lot of people out of my life, for that relationship. and all my choice, but still, that's just kind of how I did it. Looking back, I mean, I'm not going to do that again for future relationships, but yeah, then like I said, pretty much summer all went normal. Not really normal, but as normal as it could be, I guess. It was all right. I mean, still a lot of just doing my own thing, thinking about stuff. I hit the gym there for 2 months in a row. I mean, that was fire. I mean, I was definitely you get back in the swing of things there. Then come August, that's when my mother passed away, and August 27th, and it was definitely one of those things that just, I mean, that was the most unexpected thing ever. And at the end of the day, look, I mean, I've made the video on it. I still miss her. I always will. I mean, it's just something that could never be undone, never, can be, not a sad thing that I think about. But truthfully, I've talked about this to myself. I've thought about it. I've talked about it even with Olivia and stuff like that. Her parent or her mom and Sophia even. That, like, look, at the end of the day, I've never really been one to say everything happens for a reason, but for what it's worth, if that was her time to pass away, I do got to give Olivia credit, and just whoever is up, whoever is controlling all of us at the end of the day here, whoever's making all of our plans, that those months I was able to spend with my mom, in quarantine after I got broken up with. I mean, from March 24th all the way up until August 27th, being able to see her every single day of the week pretty much, always be able to hang out and talk to her, her helping me, me helping her, whether it's getting her, fast food at night when I was out, sitting in her bedroom talking to her, for 5 hours straight at night, showing her TikToks and all that type of stuff that just, truthfully, me and her have never had a bad connection, as a mother and son, but all those months that I was able to spend with her, truly just looking back meant a lot to me, and I know it meant a lot to her. And I'm very glad I was able to spend those months with her. And you have all those times because of course, when I was in a relationship, when I was in high school, I was not around the house every single day of the week. I was not always available. If she ever needed me, I'd be there, of course. But, then that came to happen, and I basically shut out everything for a little bit there. I mean, for like 2 or 3 weeks there, again, I shut out everything. The second all my family left, the area and went back home, I shut out everything for about 2 or 3 weeks there. And it truthfully, that was some of the hardest, days of my life. I mean, at this point, probably, and I mean, unless, until my dad passes away, I mean, it's probably going to be the hardest, point in my life that I went through there. And then come September, I kind of got back into it a little bit, started doing the Lego hunt clearances, got the brickling store going, cleaned up the basement. And then come October, pretty rough month October. It was Olivia and I were kind of off and on there. I guess I'll just say that, and some other stuff going on that just, it kind of really, as you guys remember, I mean, halfway through October, I kind of just again got out of it a little bit. Again, I feel like I truthfully wasn't out of like the rut I was in like August and September, so I kind of just like was trying to put a facade on, I feel like, for a little bit there. And I truthfully just had to kind of like sit back and just kind of rethink stuff again. And that's kind of where I'm at now, guys. So as of now, I mean, 2020, it's definitely a year that just made me realize that change is just, it's going to happen no matter what. No one's life is going to stay the same forever. I mean, nor that it should, stay the same forever. And like I said, I've always been a person that's, tough with change. I mean, again, even graduating high school, I mean, even going from junior year to senior year kind of thing, sophomore to junior year, last baseball game I had, all that type of stuff, it's just one of those things that, growing up, I never really had a lot of that stuff, truthfully. I mean, you look at elementary school, sure, but then it came, middle school, kind of fell off a little bit. That's why I was so fine with, switching schools. Middle school, since I knew, you just know when like I was kind of falling off there, at my old middle school, and then right when I got to my new middle school, 7th grade was kind of a bust. 8th grade, halfway through 8th grade, everything pretty much skyrocketed, as in my personal life. So then I feel it's one of those things that like I just didn't truthfully have that for my entire life, and I didn't have that for a few years, and like I just kind of got put into it and got very lucky with where I got put into it, where there was a lot of stuff that I just for some reason just wanted to make sure I was never going to go kind of thing, and when it did change, it would hit me a lot, because I never really knew, what was next. I mean, graduating high school definitely was a big thing for me, as in, I got to make this YouTube thing work. I got to obviously be successful. Most of my friends are going to be going other ways, out to college, out to other states, and stuff like that. And I knew everything was going to be a big change there. And then on top of it, my girlfriend broke up with me. And I think 2020 has definitely been a year that just really made me just understand that at the end of the day, I mean, everything's going to be fine. I mean, as long as you've got, again, family, roof over your head, as long as you've got a plan as to where you want to go in life and, goals you want to set yourself, you're going to be all right then, I feel. Because at this point, like I said, I mean, really my main goals here is make everything work. Like I said, I want to be successful at the end of the day. I want to pursue this as a full-time career and, get this going with that. I've also got a few things, for people that, as in goals, I want to obviously make my mom proud and, show her that this will work. Obviously, I want to, hypothetically prove Olivia wrong. I mean, I want to make sure, that when I pull up in my McLaren or my Lamborghini that, look like you don't got to be a regular 9-to-5 job in order to have this. I want to prove my stepdad, wrong now too for not believing in it. Then obviously at the end of the day, I mean, I want to repay my real dad. Again, not necessarily financially. He's helped me out a lot with that over the years, but also just for his time. My dream, for my dad is to, I mean, I'd love to be able to get him his dream car. I mean, that's really the one thing that, throughout all the years he's worked, all the years he's helped me. Again, he's doing fine financially right now, retirement and all that, but just being able to repay him and just really to show him all my appreciation for everything over the years. Those are really kind of my four main things right now, as in just kind of subconscious, goals. But yeah, main goals, 2021, get in better shape, get my mental health 100%, and then also just have this work out for me, guys. So that's pretty much that, guys. 2020 was definitely a year to remember what it taught me, but I don't like to think back of what happened in 2020 really at all. I mean, again, as I'm filming this, I've got about 2 more days of it, and it's been a weird year, guys. It's definitely been a year. Like I said, it's the most important year that's ever happened to me, as in just realizing exactly what I want in life, what I need in life, and just kind of just to be happy with yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if you're not happy with yourself and, what you're doing and what your plan is, I mean, you're not going to make it easy for yourself, man. I mean, you're not going to make it easy for others around you. You're probably not going to hit those goals you want. So 2021 is the main focus of getting myself back on track as a damn person, because like I said, I mean, 2020, I definitely kind of lost myself there. So that's pretty much that, guys. I want to thank you guys all for listening. If you guys have made it this far, love you guys so much. And 2021, big things happening at the channel. Like I said, better equipment, remodeled Lego room. Bricklink store is going to be on speed dial, and that will be probably hitting 250,000 parts pretty soon here. And 2021, like I said, it's going to be my year, guys. So I appreciate all of you guys. Love you all so much. I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. And stay safe, guys. Bye, guys. Tired of spending full price on Lego? Then be sure to use my discount codes on the following websites to save some money on your orders. If you guys want to save 5% off, you guys can go to republicbricks.com, republicbricksauctions.com, jonaktoys.com, onestud.com, and hdbricks.myshopify.com to save 5% off your order. If you guys want to save 10% off your order, be sure to shop at dkcollectibles.com or extraminifigures.com and use the code LIFEBRICK. All capitals, LIFEBRICK at checkout for 5% or 10% off the following websites. Help support the channels, guys, and help support them, of course, which are all independent sellers, which is always appreciated, guys.